So this is great news that one vaccine finally has been approved, and in such a short span of time, within 1 year. This is a big boost to all the vaccine manufacturers that the vaccine are being now approved and have a good chance of being available. In India, we have now vaccines which are in their final phase 3 trial, and both the Serum Institute of India and the Bharat Biotech vaccines are in their phase 3 trial. So we are very hopeful that by the end of this month or by early next month, we should get the emergency use authorization from the Indian regulatory authorities to start giving the vaccine to the public. And along with that, we will have our plan in place to distribute the vaccine to those who are to be given as the first priority. So I think there is now good data that the vaccines are very safe. This has been something which has been monitored very, very closely. And although the vaccine development has happened at a rapid pace, this is being done by doing things parallelly, but safety and efficacy has not been compromised at all. Also, I think we must understand that if we look at all the vaccines that have been given in phase 3 trials, the number of people who have been vaccinated are almost 70 to 80,000 or even more. So if you look at that number, then we have not had any significant serious adverse effect as far as the vaccine is concerned. And therefore, I think there is a lot of encouraging data that at least in the short term, the vaccine is very safe. Long-term follow-up will happen over the next few months to years, and then we will be more comfortable in terms of long-term safety. The vaccine will make a huge difference for the pandemic for two reasons. One is it will help to bring down the mortality. So once we are able to vaccinate the high-risk groups and the elderly, I'm sure that they will be protected and the chance of the mortality will come down. Also, by vaccinating a sufficiently large number of people, we will be able to break the chain of transmission from one person to the other. And if we are able to do that, then the number of cases will come down and we will have a decline, a significant decline in the pandemic. And that will allow us to come back to a near normal situation. So whenever we do give a vaccine, there will be some effects which are reported. The whole issue is this related to the vaccine or is this incidental? Whatever I can make out from what is given in the public domain, this is more of an incidental finding rather than related to the vaccine. If you remember, there was also another time when the AstraZeneca vaccine was halted for some time because of an adverse effect reported in another patient abroad, and it was subsequently cleared when they found that this was not related to the vaccine. This was an incidental effect. When we vaccinate a large number of people, some of them may have some other disease which may happen which may not be related to the vaccine. So the Data Safety Monitoring Board goes through the entire data and they are able to then ascertain whether this is vaccine related or this is just incidental and therefore is not related to the vaccine, and therefore then it is classified as a side effect which is not related to the vaccine. So I think now we have seen a decline in the current wave and I hope that this will continue. If we are able to have good COVID appropriate behavior in terms of wearing a mask, avoiding crowds developing, and not allowing them to become super spreading events, maintaining physical distancing and hand washing, I think this decline will continue. And on the same time, it's very important that we continue to do this for the next few months, because once the vaccine is available, then this will be a big boost in not only declining the cases but decreasing our mortality. The death rate will significantly come down. So we are now very close to turning the corner or having a big change as pandemic is concerned, and therefore it's all the more important that for the next few months we be very vigilant in terms of COVID appropriate behavior, because if we are able to just now sort of manage for the next, let's say, 3 months or so, I think we will be significantly down as far as the number of cases is concerned because of the change in weather and because of the vaccine being given. So at the very high level, there is a lot of work going on as far as the vaccine distribution plan is concerned, and a lot of work is being done both at the center and state level in terms of maintaining the cold chain, having appropriate storehouses available to store all the doses that will come, and developing a strategy of how to distribute them in each area, to train the vaccinators so that they can vaccinate, and have enough information so that they can give that information to the people who are getting vaccine. Also, to make sure that we have enough syringes, needles and everything available, which will also be required to vaccinate. And this is being done at a war footing in the entire country, so that once the vaccine is available and it gets the necessary approval, this can be very quickly rolled out, and this is being monitored at the highest level. So whenever we're going to start vaccinating, obviously in the beginning vaccine will not be available in sufficient doses to give to everyone. So we will have to make a priority list. And our priority list is based on two things. One is to see that we vaccinate those who have a higher chance of dying because of COVID-19. So people who are elderly, who have comorbid condition should be vaccinated. Secondly, those who are the frontline workers, doctors, nurses, the ASHA workers, the police people, the CRPF, who are working in COVID areas for so many months and have a higher risk of getting COVID because of the work that they're doing, to protect them, and they need to be vaccinated first. So a priority list will be made, and based on the number of doses that is available, the people will be vaccinated based on the priority list. And then gradually we will try and vaccinate more and more people so that the mortality is less and we have enough people vaccinated so that the chain of transmission of the virus is broken, and therefore the cases dramatically come down. So the vaccine you will need a few weeks because there are 2 doses. So once the booster dose is given, the vaccine will give within a few days good amount of antibody production and will start giving protection to the individual. And this will last for many months, hopefully for a year or more. And therefore this will give you protection at least for a significant time. Hopefully by that time the cases will have come down, and therefore the chain of the numbers will be less, and we will not need to therefore worry too much. However, we will need to follow this up over the next few months, maybe even 6 months to 1 year, to see what type of immunity does the vaccine give, and is there a chance of reinfection or people getting infected subsequently, and do we therefore need to give another booster dose later on to make sure that the immunity continues for a longer period of time.
नमस्कार, मैं हूं मानक गुप्ता। अगर आपको हमारा ये वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो इसे लाइक और शेयर जरूर करें, और हां, हमें सब्सक्राइब और फॉलो करना ना भूलें ताकि आप देश और दुनिया की कोई खबर मिस ना करें। तो जुड़े रहिए हमारे साथ और देखते रहिए न्यूज़ 24।